This year we were fortunate enough to hire 5 Supreme Court clerks. They come to us from 4 different Supreme Court justices, and they clerked for 10 lower court federal judges before that. They come to us from 4 different law schools. Among the clerks, there is a former Rhodes Scholar, a former Special Assistant U.S. Attorney, a former counsel to the Senate Judiciary Committee. There are 2 clerks who graduated first in their law school class, and 1 clerk who spent a summer analyzing data for Major League Baseball.
I'm Sherif Girgis, and I clerk for Justice Alito. I chose appellate law because I love reading, I love research, I love writing, I love problem solving, but I also kind of like for some impact to come from that.
Hi, I'm Kimball Mizelle. I clerked for Justice Thomas. I'd been a federal prosecutor before, and I really enjoyed that work, but I was missing some of the legal analysis and the wrestling with the law.
My name is Aguiñaga. I clerked for Justice Alito. In law school, you do a lot of moot court, and one of the attractive things about moot court is the verbal jousting and oral argument, and that's kind of the bread and butter of appellate law.
My name is Lacy Owens, and I clerked for Justice Kavanaugh. I enjoy reading and thinking critically about hard text. That's the thing I enjoyed in college. That's also a fundamental task of the lawyer when you're parsing case law, to bring critical thinking to both the matter that you're working on and the precedents that govern it.
My name is Matt Rubenstein. I clerked for Justice Ginsburg. Looking at a case as a puzzle and piecing everything together, the statutes, the case law, sort of making everything fit. And then also I'm a pathological editor, so the process of going over a brief over and over again until everything is just right is very appealing to me, no pun intended.
I'm Beth Heifetz. I'm the practice leader for Issues and Appeals. I clerked for Justice Harry Blackmun. The clerks have just spent a year completely immersed in significant legal issues. They've had the benefit of working very closely with their justice. They've also had the benefit of reading countless briefs and listening to many oral arguments that have been given by some of the nation's top appellate lawyers.
I selected Jones Day in large part because I wanted to do high caliber appellate work with excellent attorneys. Jones Day's reputation precedes itself as being one of the premier appellate practices, both here in DC, but importantly for me, in many areas of the country. And I hope to get back to Florida, where I'm from, and I wanted to be able to have that same high caliber of work, regardless of keeping a DC-centric practice.
There are a huge number of former Supreme Court clerks here who have open doors in their offices. It was wonderful to just kind of walk down the hallways and see familiar names, people who had clerked for my former boss or other justices on the court, and to see their doors open. That was the really big thing that drew me into Jones Day, was to kind of join a community of very diverse clerks from very different backgrounds and to kind of have the same experience that I had at the Supreme Court.
The Issues and Appeals group in particular provides the unique opportunity to bring strategic legal thinking to all sorts of matters that the firm handles. The firm is a full-service firm, but the Issues and Appeals group is available for whatever the hardest questions might be that anyone is working on.
In the time I've been at the firm, both before and after my clerkship, the dominant vibe is just a bunch of really smart, really nice people working together to serve clients' needs.
But not just super smart, that was the sort of baseline that everybody seemed to have, but very energetic, very creative about thinking about the law, obviously prioritizing clients above everything else, and then just having a really deep and acute sense of a reputation and an ideal to uphold.